Good morning, good morning. We're up and it is a morning as well. The alarm clock was sent for 4:30. Nigel was already well and truly on it, like he always is. Sent me a message, come on, we're getting up. So we're up. His bloody fault. But I must admit, when I'm out with someone else and we arrange a time, I'm ready and I'm up. When I'm on my own, I just think, I'll leave it. So it's always good to have someone there to G you up. Now, we just had a climb up on the bank into the hedgerow to see over the fence, and there's a lovely clump of trees up there. And I may just nip back up because there's a bit of brightness back there, but it's quite hard to get to, and there's a bit of a ditch. And Nigel nearly fell on his head, and I nearly fell on going up because it's a long step down. But we've come back. We're still at the reservoir, and I still can't pronounce it. Clywedog. Again, I repeat myself from the last video. If you haven't seen it, link's going up. But yeah, never been here, so very interesting. Don't know why I've never been here. We're gonna have a bit of an explore today. I'll probably take you through the day with me, but we're gonna start off with a morning shot. Hopefully, if you get a little bit of something coming through those clouds up there, and just to kiss this reservoir, just to give it a little bit of light, so a little bit of something to get us a shot. We've got a couple of nice shots sort of yesterday evening, no colour but a bit of dramatic cloud. So yeah, let's see what happens, and come and join me for the day. Hopefully see where we end up and what we do and where we get. So I'm going to kick the morning off with this shot of the trees. I've come back up onto this bank now, and I've just done a bracketed shot of the trees which are right behind you, because there's a little bit of colour in the sky. We may get something, but this is one of those minimal shots. I've only got my wide angle lens on because I came out of the van, I've brought my tripod with the wide angle lens on, and I've got my 70-300 in my pocket, and that's all I've got on me, so I can't quite get close enough to the trees unless I crop in a bit. So what I've decided to do is go very, very wide. I've got some nasty power lines that run right through this image, and there's also some behind. But I'm now using Luminar Neo from Skylum, and I'm going to be doing a few videos for it. Why I learn how to use it, that is. And it's got an instant power line removal tool. So even if I just go in with my RAW file and do an instant power line removal tool and then save that as another RAW file or a PSD or a TIFF or something like that, then I can then reopen it in Lightroom and do what I want to do with it. Someone's just woke up in the car park behind. You can hear it beeping. He's obviously set his alarm off. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I'm going to do this, get rid of these power lines, and it should be quite a nice minimal image to get us going for this morning. Thumbs up, we're on a go, let's go. Got back off that bit of a treacherous ledge, and I've got another shot set up, and this is another quite pretty one, and I'm just trying to iron the composition in a little bit because we've got a nice bit of sky behind us. We've got a nice clump of daisies down in front of me, and these are the big daisies, and we've got this nice bit of water as well. And there's a reflection in the water with a nice bit of coloured sky, so it's quite a nice balanced image, quite nice and soft and morning-y. That's what it is, it's very morning-y. And the lights now just lighten the sky a little bit, and enough, I think, to give me some detail. So I've got a few daisies in the foreground, the leading line of the reservoir going off. I've got a little patch of water right over in the back distance, and right out of 10mm, going wide. It's all about the big scenery, f11. And the daisies almost look a bit like a triangle as well, sort of pushing you in. And I think, again, that's quite a nice shot. And there's a little bit of colour in the sky that I just might be able to drag out in Lightroom. So again, another nice shot for this morning. I actually tried a pano as well at the tree. I put the 70 on and done a pano. I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, that might have been on the screen already for you as well. But yeah, beautiful sky behind. We've got light rays going on, sort of beaming across the sky. That's awesome. What a shame there's nothing going on that way. But you can't always be in every position. And we do them and done hard about being over near the reservoir, and we may stop over there tonight just out of interest. So yeah, that's a possibility for tonight. Try it for tomorrow morning. So one thing to becoming a bit of a photographer. Now, I don't class myself as anything other than being handy with my camera and being able to use my camera and being able to produce videos of a quality that you guys like to watch. That's all I class myself as. Now, sometimes you have to be creative, and creative, I mean, think about your surroundings, look at what you've got. Now, in my last video, I used these very large wild daisies in my foreground of the image, and I'm doing exactly the same again. I've just taken a shot up the top there, which you've seen, using the foreground and getting down really low. Now, if I show you my tripod, this is where it becomes being creative. You see how I've got my leg flared out straight and I've got it resting on the fence? I've got then two legs pointing down into the daisies, wedging down into this slope, because this is a really big slope and you can't stand on it. But I want to get my camera in a situation where I take full advantage of the daisies in the foreground. And I've got a half and half image now, where I've got daisies in the bottom of the image, like you can see at the moment on the screen here, and then I've got a little line of the trees, and then I've got the water and a bit of sky. Now, it's a bit hazy, there's no amazing colour, but I still think this makes a very pretty image. And even if it's a postcard image, it's still a really nice image. But being creative with my tripod gives me the opportunity to get myself in a position where I can actually get a shot that works. Now, we've got a beautiful reflection on the water, but it's not where we want it to be. I could rather be in over this side. But again, I'm just going to try and be a bit more creative and try and get into the flowers and make the most of using the foreground rather than a slightly hazy background, and use the background to fill it up. So that's the plan, is to create something that the obvious average person wouldn't take on their phone. And I think this is one of them. F11, large daisy in the bottom right hand corner, leading off into the scenery. What a beautiful place this is, it's so nice. So I've literally been walking along this fence and just getting down low and seeing what happens with my camera, with my phone, taking a picture with my phone, turning it vertical, horizontal, just literally along this few feet of fence. And I've just found another image that I think is going to work quite well as a photograph. So I'm going to get my camera and I'm going to take that as well. And I've just done them handheld because it's easy enough to do. With the image stabilizer on, I reckon I can hold it still enough to get the shots. Now the light's just starting to come up behind us and opening, so we might get a little bit of something going on down here. So I'll just go back and repeat the shots I found, maybe. But yeah, make it interesting and see what we can come up with. We are back on. We've been in the van drinking coffee, and the atmosphere's just basically come over, and it's been really misty and subdued and really quite nothing going on. And then suddenly I just said to Nigel, hey, quick, something's going on outside. And we've got this light coming from somewhere, hitting the hillside amongst the mist and the dullness. And it looks really good to the eye. It does look really good in the eye, and it's just coming and fleeting and coming and going. And even down this side looks really, really quite impressive. I'm not sure how well it's going to work on processing the image, but yeah, we've just literally been sitting in a van talking shop, really, just rambling on. No particular plans as such, but I think once it gets a bit later on, I mean, it's only 8 o'clock, so come later on we'll go for a drive somewhere and have a look. But at the moment, I'm quite happy just to see what's going to happen here, because it's really quite nice, it's really good. I've got the long lens in my pocket as well, so I might snap a couple of these distant trees and the recession going through the fog. But I think that works. I think that was quite a nice little shot, that. down the road a little bit, come down this little bit of the road so I can sort of look a bit squarer up the reservoir, and I'm just waiting for the light to come across, and I'm absolutely loving this. Definitely changed for the better, giving that nice subdued misty stuff. I haven't had any misty stuff even when I was over in the Faroe Islands. Again, videos linked at the top. When I was at the Faroe Islands, I didn't get any of this misty atmosphere apart from one particular day or evening, and that was absolutely fantastic. Got a Brocken Spectre. Wow. But yeah, this is nice. I've got a little patch of light over there, which is right in the back of the image. So I think what I'm going to do is leave the camera set up as it is, because I've got this beautiful, that looks like an island, which is that spit coming in, and I've got the leading line of the trees. I've got the hillside over this side, which can catch the light, and I'm just going to wait for that light to hit different parts of the image, and then hopefully that should look quite good. But yeah, there's a bit just appearing down there now. So I'm going to keep taking shots and blend them all in together. And again, talking about being creative, you want to see what my tripod's balanced on. So from what I said earlier on about going on and spending a day on this video, I'm not, because we've now made a bit more video here and this atmosphere and this mist on this actual reservoir. I'm going to finish the video at this reservoir. Now Nigel took a bit of a walk further down the hill than me, so you may have got a slightly different image. I'm still liking shooting this direction, but I have come down, I was up there near where that tree was, I've come down the road a little bit more again. And again, I've gone creative on the old tripod. I want to try and get it as far to the fence as I can, and because it dips down over the top, I can't get the reach, so I've gone a bit creative again on the old tripod. And what I'm looking at now is this one spit that's coming out, this little spit that's coming out. I've got this nice bank on the top, and I'm just waiting for the light to be in different places so I can either pick one that I like or blend in a couple and have a bit of light over on the left and a bit of light over on the right, and use that as an image. I love the fact that there's a little boat now that's come down, little fishing boat, and he's right down in the bottom of the image. So if you look for this little fishing boat, you've got this tiny little fishing boat just sitting there giving you a little bit of something. The light now is just lighting me in the foreground, so hopefully it's going to drift over. And it'd be nice, we did have the light on the end of that spit before, but it's gone now. But I think the light behind it and the spit in the dark works quite well. But I'm not going to move the camera for a few minutes. I'm going to leave it here and then just see if I get light in different areas, and then just pick the one that I like best or blend in a couple. And if you want to see a video, let me know in the comments. I'll do a video particularly just on light blending for you. I have done a couple before, but yeah, I'll do one just for you if you want to see this image blended. But I do need to have at least a few people in the comments letting me know they want to do that. But yeah, this is a very pleasant image to finish off on, I think. So let's see what happens. So that's it. We're back to the van now, and I'm going to end the video here. Just empty these out of my pockets. And again, I've only got a hoodie on. We weren't really planning on doing a lot. But yeah, it's good to have this 70-300 because I can just whack it in my pocket. Even though just now I did drop it and it landed on the grass. If that was concrete, that wouldn't have been very good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us that old thumbs up down in that bottom corner. Notification bells down there as well if you just pop that notification bell. Don't forget liking and subscribing. If you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. There's no subscription charges, and only thing you do need is a Google account, and again that's free of charge as well. So you don't need anything, you don't pay for anything to subscribe to our channels. It's just YouTube. Get on there and do it. You can get a paid one which takes away all the adverts, but we have to put the adverts in because it helps your revenue. But till next time, ciao for now, see you soon, and yeah, take a chance, take a risk, and just balance your tripod somewhere different and see if you can get a more creative image out of it. See you soon, bye bye. Bye bye.